Took a minute. Still no refs on this. Good morning, folks, and welcome back to McLaughlin Arena Rink B for our third game of today at the 2022 Andrews Hockey Oyster Cup. And it's another 2011 division matchup, this one featuring the Nova Scotia Generals and the Nova Scotia Prospects. I'm Jordy Carraher. I'm ready to go on play-by-play. The teams are ready to go. Only thing we're missing right now are the Zebras. The referees haven't made their way on the ice yet, so we got a slight delay here as we're waiting for the refs. Once they arrive, we will get things rolling here. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, refs are set. We're all here. We're all ready to go. And the Generals come out ready to go here as well, as that's Chalk with it. He loses the handle. Now coming back the other way is Walsh. Over to Thompson. But nothing getting on net just yet. Martin forcing Fowler here at the blue line. And that one goes out of play. So very early on in this one, of course, just 31 seconds into this game. Nothing happening just yet. Face off outside the Prospects zone. And that one chipped around. That's Greeno with it. Now the Prospects headed back the other way. And that one sent on goal. Handled by Generals starter number 29. As soon as I find him, Tatum Ennis. And Ennis will have the face-off come to his left. And he's going to glove down another one. Not sure whose stick that was off of that time. And now the Generals trying to make their way out of their own zone. This is Alex White with it down the side. Being pushed there from behind. And the Generals still have it. Here's Greeno. Greeno gets the shot off. That one just a little bit wide. Held in there. And the spinning shot that came from number 11 for the Generals, who's Beckett Schlender. Now Greeno with another one on net. That one just wide. Schlender battling for it. But the Prospects will send that one all the way down the ice. That'll go for icing. 10:15 left in this opening period. And so the face-off will come to the left, of starter Kai Baker. Tie up off the draw. Prospects come out with it. And this is Rolls. Grady Rolls following it in. Still has it behind the net. Surveying his options. Goes off the Generals defender. Rolls gets it back. Now headed back out the other way. There was number 77, Bryce Carroll. And now the Prospects headed back the other way. Nice move there for the moment. That was from Jackson Camus. And now headed back the other way is, I believe, McDonald. Yes, Callum McDonald there to be specific, number 22 in white. And he's got the puck again. McDonald tries to go short side, but instead it just goes around the net. Sears. Back to the point, kept in. And that went off the crossbar, I believe. That was from Mood Ross. Generals nearly getting on the board. Now here's Shearer, who I think I may have called Sears earlier. And now they score! And it's Callum McDonald getting the Generals on the board as it's 1-0, 3 minutes into this one. And so an ideal start here, to say the very least, for the Nova Scotia Generals as they take on their Prospect counterparts. Now Simon pushes that back. West retrieves it. Left behind from Martin. He spins that one around. Chalk in a foot race with Fowler. But Fowler with a good defensive play, good positioning. Now coming back the other way are the Prospects. This is Thompson. Still has it in the corner. Obviously a little bit of familiarity between the two sides, a little bit more intensity than maybe we've seen in a couple of the other games so far. Immediately competitive here on both sides. And now the Prospects go back for it. It's going to be handled by Baker. Centering pass from Martin. Chalk couldn't quite get the shot off. And now this one is going to be chased out, but handled by Greeno on the back check. Up the middle for Shearer. Shearer on the back check that time around. And now this is White. White backhands it on net. Still loose. And they score! And off to see who picked that one up. It appears to be number 11 here for the Generals. That'd be Schlender. And the Generals continue their hot early start. It's 2-0, 4.5 minutes in. And tied up off the draw. Schlender looking for more. Instead, it is McNally who sent that one down. McNally with it. Centering pass. And the Prospects keep it in for now. But the Generals' Burke tries to bring it out. Burke will circle back. Burke still with it. Gets it forward to McDonald. He had the first goal in this one. Callum McDonald still with it. Tried to center for Schlender, who's got the other one. But nobody home that time. Here's Walker. That shot off a body. He'll get it back at the point. Tries to go D to D there, but instead fans on it and sends it into the corner. Oh, there is a Sears. He just had the puck. So Sears and Shearer on the line together. Shearer, the bit of a bouncing puck handled by Baker. And so, with 6:27 left in the opening period, The Nova Scotia Generals have gotten off to a really good start here. They lead this one 2-0. Prospects looking for an answer, but Sears will try and send it right back for the Generals. Now here's Fowler, loses it to Shearer. LeBlanc in for the shot. Bouncing puck there. Sears tried to get a hold on it, but couldn't do so that time. And now they're battling here in the middle of the ice. That was Fowler. Up to Grady Rolls. Rolls stops up. Was looking for his teammate there. That'll be 17 in blue, being Nakai Simon. Now nice stop there. Unable to get the shot off, though, was 23, Mood Ross. Now the Prospects coming back the other way. Or at least I thought they were. And, yeah, my apologies earlier. I had mentioned Simon is 17. Of course, he's 17 on the Generals. Instead, 17 for the Prospects being Finn Breen. Still kind of figuring out the names here as we go along. But certainly the Generals making a name for themselves here in the early going. Now Fowler tries to advance that one. And the Prospects do get it out. Here's Walsh. Walsh with the partial break. Great defensive play there from Greeno. Got all puck with that dive. Very easy to get a skate and turn it into a penalty. But again, great play there from Trip Greeno to not trip his opponent as that one went wide. And Baker's going to cover the rebound off the boards. And so, face-off coming with 4:22 remaining in the opening period. Face-off coming to Kai Baker's left. Out to Walsh. There for Carroll. That shot doesn't get all the way through. Burke nearly gets that kind of bouncing puck. Burke out in the slot. He shoots that one high and wide. Burke tries to get it back, but instead the Prospects come out with it. Here's Walsh. This is Nolan Walsh. Being pressured by Walker on the back check. And the Prospects keep it in. Walsh. Taken down on the back legs by Schlender, who was already down on the ice, so no intent there. As Burke pushes it across. Now headed back for, that one was 91, that'd be White. And nice stop there from Innes. Been relatively quiet over the last couple minutes, has Tatum Innes, but again, he's kept everything out so far. As I say that stays out as well. A bit of a bouncing puck there, and things starting to get a little chippy already. And so with 3:14 left in the opening period, face-off will come to Tatum Innes' right. And as a matter of fact, it's actually going to come out of play, or out of the zone. And now coming forward with it is Shearer. Off the middle, that finds Sears. But now the Prospects try to go back the other way. Callum McDonald getting it at center ice. A couple of Prospects collide in the middle of the ice. Looked like a bit of a heavy collision there as well. Doesn't look like anyone's too hurt right now, which is good. And now Shearer with it at the blue line. Had to wait for McDonald to get back on side. That'll give time for Mood Ross to come up. Blake Mood Ross with it, cutting up the middle, working through. Baker doesn't know where it is, but it stayed out. as we're down to 2:25 remaining in the opening period. That one turned over. Shearer with it. He sends that one around the net. Now the prospects trying to work their way back out. That is Finn Breen. Now Camus keeps it in. Camus still with it. Camus working his way into the slot. Nice job. I think that was Greeno again. He's made a couple of really good defensive plays so far. And that makes the experience that much more pleasant here for Tatum Innes. And so the faceoff will come to his right. In behind the net now. Camus tries to get it on net, but Simon gets a stick in there. And now headed back the other way are the Generals. Here's Simon. Great defensive play there to get that one away. That was from Fowler. Now here's Greeno. He rims that one around the boards. And that one handled by... didn't quite have the name on that one. The number kind of escaped me here as well. Henrik Tenwold, I believe. 16. Now here's Thompson. Now up the middle, here's Burke. Burke cutting through the middle, tries to go high on Baker, but he keeps it out as we're into the final 35 seconds of the opening period. Now Carroll tries to keep it in at the blue line. Burke there as well. Now coming back the other way, that is White. And a bit of a high stick there. Baker's able to glove that one down regardless. 21.9 seconds to go here in the opening period. One that's been fairly well controlled, it has to be said, by the Nova Scotia Generals. And again, they control it off the draw. There's Carroll. Into the middle for Burke. That one backhanded just wide. Schlender. Back to the point for Carroll. Tries to go cross ice for Walker. Instead intercepted by Walsh. 8 seconds to go. Here's Thompson. He loses the handle on that. Generals try to go back the other way. But instead, the period's going to come to an end. And it's going to have the Nova Scotia Generals leading the Nova Scotia Prospects by a score of 2-0 through the opening 12 minutes. I'll be back in about 1 minute's time here to bring you the second period of action as we continue our coverage of the 2022 Andrews Hockey Oyster Cup. Stay with us. And we're bringing it back here for the second period, which I should probably reference here on the scoreboard. And we're back. Here's Burke. Or no, that's Shearer, excuse me. Tried to go up high with the backhand. But nothing doing that time as McDonald sent that one back down. Fowler. Kept in at the blue line here by LeBlanc. Briefly. Now the Generals tag up. Connolly unable to handle that puck. And that puck, yeah, that's going to be offside. Just a step ahead of the play there was Conlon. And now the faceoff's going to come outside. Faceoff one back, Greeno. Over to West. Up the middle to Chalk. Chalk working his way to the outside. Watched closely there by... Let's just see. Couldn't quite get a name from back here. I think it was McLean, though, by the looks of it. As the Generals keep it in, Chalk. Back around, sent around the boards. Now trying to push that one forward was Rolls. Back for it is McLean. Now Rolls. Tries to go cross ice, intercepted by Greeno. That shot just wide. Always a risky play to try and go up the middle. And Trip Greeno nearly made the prospect pay for it. Prospects come out of their own end now. Breen leading the forecheck here along with Camus for the Prospects. As it comes out the other way to White, who sends it up to Burke. Burke cutting in. Nice active stick there from, I believe, Breen to keep that one out. And a nice save there from Kai Baker. Always hard to stop those ones that are in tight. And the faceoff will come to Kai Baker's right. Won by the Generals. Sent on net by Walker. Now the Prospects come out with it. Losing the handle on that was Thompson. Now the Generals try and go back the other way. But they lose it just outside the Prospect zone. A little bit of a back and forth here as Walker's got it. That one sent up. And we got a penalty coming here. It's going to go against the Generals. And it's going to be a body contact penalty on Schlender. So that'll send the Prospects their first power play of the game. And controlled here by the Generals off the draw. And they're able to lift it out. Handled by Baker. And here's Sears on the penalty kill. He'll send that one on net. Stopped by Baker. Now coming back the other way here for the Prospects. That's Tenwold who sent it forward. Now Thompson. Trying to work his way to the net. He does. Promptly gets buried at the post. And that one sent out by Sears. Minute 15 left on the power play here. 8:34 to go in the second period. As the defender blows a tire but still executes the breakout pass. Prospects trying to get something going here as we got some lively fans below. I think it's probably a good thing we've got a little bit of soundproofing here in the booth at Rink B. Now Fowler. Sent that one up to Breen. Fowler pinching up, pressured by McDonald. Breen tries to dig it out. Connolly's right there. And now sent back down. Fowler to retrieve it at center ice. Up the middle to Breen. Finn Breen. That one just a little bit wide of the target. Connolly follows it up. 20 seconds left on the power play here for the Prospects. And that one's going to go up and off the boards. That'll go all the way down the ice. Fowler back to retrieve it again. 10 seconds left on the power play now. And that bouncing puck somehow finds its way through to Camus. And taken down there, no call as we're back to 5-on-5. Centering pass here, I think that's Hood. Still loose in front. And the Generals are going to come out with it, and a full breakaway here for Chalk. From his own end, McLean getting back. Chalk gets the shot off. Stopped there by Baker. Good job, though, from Nathan McLean to get back as well to hurry that chance a little bit. Now Chalk threatening again. Another bouncing puck in front. Prospects come out with it again. Only to have it poked away by Martin. Here's Martin with it again. Trying to find a lane to either shoot or pass. Still has it, tries to center. But now the Prospects come out with it. West gets taken off the puck. Now Breen coming down the wing. Cut off there by West. Now West has that one slashed away. Prospects keep it in. They'll go for a change with the puck in the offensive zone. Greeno tries to go cross ice, but it's intercepted. And now headed back the other way is Greeno. Trip Greeno, definitely a guy who's gotten my eye so far in this game. A couple of strong defensive plays. As the Prospects try to come back the other way. Schlender, he's able to get that one out. And going back for that one was, I wanted to say Tenwold, but I believe it was actually 19 and not 16, so McLaughlin. Continued board battle here down low. Walsh tried to go high, went a little too high. That one sent on net, stopped. Ennis having to get the reflexes going here a little bit in this second period. 5 minutes left in it. And now Burke trying to skate it out here for the Generals. Kept in here by the Prospects. As Thompson pushes for it. Carroll in there for the Generals. Now the Generals will come out with it. White off the boards. Here's White. Centering pass for Burke. Couldn't quite get the handle on it. And a couple of guys just stood each other up. Now White with it in front. That just misses. Now off the boards. Or at least it was off the boards from McLaughlin, but a bit of a weird stanchion bounce as that one goes high. Got guys falling all over the place here now. As that one comes out to Sears, I think his own team might have blocked that and sent it wide. Back out to Carroll at the point. And that one does not get through the traffic. I think McLaughlin may have gotten the block on that. Either McLaughlin or Tenwold. Generals continuing to apply the pressure here. They keep it in. McDonald. That one just misses. Sears now. Tries to wrap it around. Has it poked away. And Carroll keeps it in at the blue line. No, he doesn't. Walker instead will send it back down. Defense will get changed up. Forwards will try and do the same. Again, the pressure just continues here from the Generals. Liam Martin trying to poke that one in, and they score! Not sure who got the last touch on that. I think it may have been Sears. Yeah, either Sears or Chalk. I think it was 14, though, which again would make it Grayson Sears' goal, and that makes it 3-0 either way for the Generals. Prospect really needing an answer here now as Chalk bowls over his man. Connolly keeps it in. Connolly with it. Sent down low, but they lose the handle. Now coming back with it is Chalk. Chalk down the outside. Still wrapping it around. Martin with a shot in tight. Baker with the stop. That one goes a little high. And now comes out to Mood Ross. That shot gets blocked. Here's Chalk again. Mood Ross goes cross ice. LeBlanc will send that one back in. Generals delayed offside here. Prospects trying to clear. Instead gets out to Mood Ross at center ice, and they get onside. They delay the line change just long enough. And now that one kept in. Here's Burke. Cross ice, that one kind of popped up. Now LeBlanc pinching in. This is Maverick LeBlanc, 65 in white. Now White in the middle to Schlender. Conlon tries to send that one forward, but White blocks it. White centering pass. Burke can't quite get it. Out to West. That one right there. Schlender with another opportunity. Stopped. Schlender's been dangerous anytime he's had the puck here so far for the Generals. And the Prospects are going to ice that one with $1:13 left now in the second period. So the faceoff will come to Kai Baker's right. And it comes out. The Generals back to play it. Greeno. Again, Trip Greeno really turning in a solid game here for the Generals. But now the Prospects come back the other way. And guess who it is again stopping things? It's Trip Greeno. And now the Generals threatening again as we're into the final minute of this second period. West gets it at center ice. Poked forward to Shearer. Now Sears. That one intercepted though. Now the Prospects back the other way. This is Camus. Through the middle of the ice. That shot goes wide. Now the Generals try to clear. Walker with it. Dishes off to Sears. 15 seconds left in the period. Now here's McDonald. Down low. That stops the Generals' opportunity as Tenwold got back. And that is how the second period's going to end. So, a late marker here for the Generals has got them up 3-0 as we head to the third period. Again, I'll stop talking for about a minute, and we'll be back to bring you the final 12 minutes of this one. So stay with us. All right, folks, time for the third period. We were just waiting for the other linesmen to come back. And now we're all good to go. And headed back the other way are the Prospects. This is Thompson with it. Loses the handle. Carroll was there to stop it. Now headed back the other way is Martin. Martin centering pass. And bowling over the goalie. There was the Generals forward, Chalk. And are we going to get a penalty called on that? Baker certainly in not a small amount of discomfort, as he had Chalk basically draped all over him. And we'll stop focusing on that while Baker gets tended to. As the coaches will come out, it looks like we may be seeing Landon Rogerson come in. Looked like he was getting ready. And Baker's back up. I think he's probably trying to convince the coach to let him stay in. As now that he's upright, we'll take a peek at the situation. And Baker continuing to chat with the coach. And it looks like they're going to let Baker stay in. And I think the first guy to be there is Chalk to give him a bit of a tap. And indeed he is. Good little bit of sportsmanship. Nakai Simon in there as well. Nice show there from the Generals. As we get back underway. Pass intended for Walker does get to him, though initially intercepted. Walsh had gotten the stick in there. Now an opportunity here potentially for the prospects. Centering pass intended for Thompson. Didn't quite meet the target. Now Chalk headed back the other way. This is Trig Chalk. Sent around. Stopped there by, I believe, McLean. Indeed it was. Now sent across the ice. Walker there to handle it for the Generals. Now Walsh comes out with it for the prospects. Walsh sends that one on net. Tatum Innes makes the save. 10:48 left here in the third period. Still a 3-0 margin in favor of the Generals. And that one comes back to Fowler. He sends that one down into the corner. Out front, I think that may have been McLean trying to get it out there. But nothing doing that time as White crosses the blue line. Alex White nearly pushed off the puck and then pushed off the second time. Schlender back to the point. Mood Ross can't handle it. And Burke just lets that one go to tag up. Now Fowler goes cross ice. Tried to go up the middle for Conlon, but that pass didn't make it there, and the Generals headed back the other way. LeBlanc. LeBlanc down around the outside on these near boards. And that one's sent around by Conlon. And intercepted here by the Generals. Here's Burke. And here's Mood Ross with it at the point. Walking in, that one off a shin pad. LeBlanc pinches to keep it in. Sends it around. Schlender will get there first. Leaves it behind. Conlon loses an edge. And now here's Connolly working it back out. That'll go down the ice. Innes initially came out to play it, but Mood Ross got there first. Mood Ross loses that one to Rolls. Battle here right below our broadcast position. Bringing in there, Sears eventually gets it out, and here's Callum McDonald. McDonald around the outside, gets around McLaughlin. McDonald shoots. Nice stop there from Baker. Looking no worse for wear after that collision with Chalk a little bit earlier. And now the prospects try to get it out, but it's kept in by West. And now cutting into the middle, Shearer, that one stopped. And Greeno unable to keep that one in that time. So he'll go back and retrieve it, send it across to West. Centering pass for McDonald. And he steps on the puck. And it comes out for offside. Shearer just a half a step off. And so the faceoff will come just outside the Prospects' blue line, 8:15 to go in this game. And I'm not sure if we've got another injury situation over there on the Prospects, but we'll have to find out as Chalk comes forward. Chalk scores! I don't know how he found that open space in that top corner, but Trig Chalk absolutely picked it. And Trig pulled the trigger to make it 4-0. And that's a big insurance goal here for the Generals. 8:07 to go in the third. Chalk looking for more. Has that one taken away. And that one touched up. It is offside. So again, the faceoff will come just outside the Prospects' blue line. And that one won cleanly by the Prospects. Martin sends that one forward. Here's Henrik Tenwold back. Tenwold surveying his options. Tried to find Walsh, but instead Simon intercepts. Mackay Simon centers. Martin tries to go high. But instead the Prospects will bring it out. Here's Walsh. Stopped by Greeno. And now, great little bit of work there from McLean from his knees to get it out, but Chalk sends it back the other way. Baker will cover. As we're down to 7:21 to go now in the third period. Goal from Trig Chalk just a moment ago made it 4-0 in favor of the Generals. Face-off coming to the left of Kai Baker. And here's Fowler. Prospects trying to bring it out. Conlon couldn't quite do it though, and now here's Burke back the other way, stopped by Baker. And that shot goes wide on the follow-up. Now the Generals continuing to press. Here's Carroll. He floats that one on goal. It goes wide. Burke comes out with it off the boards. Dishes off to White. That shot blocked. Now here's Carroll pinching in. White tried to center for Burke. Couldn't quite battle through the defender to do so. Now Walker keeps it in. Again, good sustained pressure here from the Generals. As White sends that one on net, but it's blocked. Conlon back the other way. Flips it up to Connolly. Conlon goes off for a change. Now here's Burke. He cuts the middle. Nice stick work there from Burke. As that one goes wide, intended for Shearer. McDonald chips it up. Callum McDonald, he opened the scoring here for the Generals and just about got another one. That one off the crossbar. Carroll sends that one forward, but it's intercepted in the neutral zone. Camus couldn't quite reach the return pass. Then takes down his man from behind. Nothing called. And the Prospects threatening down here, as that's Breen with it. Or he did have it, I should say. Tried to poke it away from Carroll again, but now McDonald sends it forward. Everybody still onside. McDonald with the move. He scores! Callum McDonald with his second of the game, and that makes it 5-0 in favor of the Generals. 5:15 to go. And back underway here again. Simon trying to push forward. The prospects continue forward. Here's Chalk. Centering pass intended for Martin. Couldn't quite finish that super sauce pass. And Martin does score. Couple of quick ones here, 18 seconds apart. And Martin extends the lead to 6 now for the Generals. And we bring the play back as I see a couple of the younger Generals players that I've seen over the course of the weekend. Definitely enjoying what they're seeing from their older counterparts here right now. As the prospects come back the other way. Here's Conlon. Brought forward. This is Connolly. Tries to center. Instead intercepted by LeBlanc. Now Connolly with it again. Pushed off the puck by Simon. Now here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc skates it up. Nice move to get through the neutral zone. Now here's Martin. Trying to center there, and Simon scores. Simon says it's time to go to straight time. And indeed it will with 4 minutes to go. 3 quick ones have gotten the Nova Scotia Generals up 7-0. And again, now with the 7-goal threshold, straight time in play the rest of the way. As Burke comes through the middle of the ice. Greeno will go back for it. Schlender. Pushed off the puck there by Lonergan. Now back the other way. Here's the prospects. Camus. Or Lonergan, I think, was that previous pronunciation. My apologies on... no, Lonergan looks right. According to my program, anyway. Meanwhile, nice move there from 24 in blue. Rolls, and that's going to draw a penalty. Generals certainly don't like it. And what's the call going to be? Again, we know it's against the Generals. It's Greeno who's headed off, and it's just a roughing call. As the clock continues to tick, down to 2.5 minutes. And yeah, as a reminder, next game is yet another 2011 division matchup as the power play begins here for the Prospects. They'll try and hold it in here, try and get something on the board. Camus. Net comes off. And that's going to get blown down. Again, it's another 2011 matchup that we're going to see up next on this side. And I know it features the 2011 Riptide, who we saw this morning already. And we'll just confirm the matchup. It may be actually the Nova Scotia Stars that we'll see on the other side. And indeed it is. As Shearer breaks through. The give and go scores! That's Shearer and Sears coming together. And Shearer and Sears score shorthanded. Say that one 3 times fast, folks. Meanwhile, the Generals have scored 4 times fast here in this third period, which is down to 1:10 to go as it's now an 8-0 game. Here's Conlon. Trying to center. Nice stop there from Innes. Now Conlon again as we're down into the final minute now of what's definitely become more of a dominant Generals victory than perhaps it looked in the early going. Now McDonald. McDonald trying to get by the defender. Is unsuccessful in his attempt. Now Fowler brings it up. Fowler puts it on net. 32 seconds to go. Innes didn't know where that one was. And the puck does come out. It was between the legs. Might be time for one more face-off here before the clock hits 0. And they'll try and get it down quick. They do. And that one's sent out by Walker. That's going to get by Lonergan at the blue line. And now Simon skating it forward. He'll fire that one high. And Martin will just hold on to it. And there's a shutout. Now we can say it for Tatum Innes. Didn't have a whole lot to do in the second half of the game. But again, kept the puck out when he needed to. As it's going to go into the books as an 8-0 win for the Nova Scotia Generals in this 2011 division matchup. Of course, given the rules of the tournament, it'll only go as a +7 goal differential. And now the only thing left to find out is who's going to be player of the game for both sides. And that's a solid pick for player of the game here. Grady Rolls for the Prospects. Seemed like he was involved in just about any opportunity they had. And Trig Chalk picks up player of the game honors for the Generals. I'm sure Prospect fans may not like that given the collision with Kai Baker a bit earlier. But Chalk was effective and he was a difference maker. And again, the Generals pick up the win. A couple of guys having a little chat after the game. Certainly some familiarity on the two sides. And it looks like a little bit of a cheerful tap between Greeno and Lonergan to end this one. And again, we've got one more 2011 matchup here to account for in the next little bit. That'll be our 4th straight to begin today. And again, it'll feature the Riptide and the Nova Scotia Stars. So stay with us as we continue our coverage of the 2022 Andrews Hockey Oyster Cup right here on YouTube.